Jerusalem was not just defeated, it was erased. Walls torn down, the temple burned, sacred vessels carried away like trophies, and, in chains, the future of a nation. Young men, strong, intelligent, royal blood. Among them, Daniel. This wasn't just exile. This was reprogramming, the system that rewrites souls. Babylon didn't just conquer land. It conquered identity, new language, new education, new gods. Even Daniel's name linked to the God of Israel was replaced, Belteshazzar, a name tied to Babylon's idols. Understand this clearly. This was not kindness. This was strategy. Change the name, change the thinking, and eventually, change the soul. The first battle, invisible. No fire, no lions, just food. The king's table, rich, tempting, normal. But Daniel saw what others didn't. This is where it starts. Daniel resolved that he would not defile himself. No protest, no speech, just a quiet refusal. He asked for vegetables and water. It sounded weak. It wasn't. Because discipline in private is what builds unbreakable men in public. 10 days that changed everything. They tested him. 10 days. No luxury, no compromise. At the end, they looked better and healthier than all the others. While others consumed Babylon, Daniel remained untouched by it, and something shifted. God gave him favor, understanding, wisdom beyond the system training him. Babylon tried to shape him. Instead, he outgrew it. The king's nightmare. One night, the most powerful king on earth, Nebuchadnezzar, was shaken. A dream, terrifying, unexplainable. He demanded the impossible. Tell me the dream and its meaning. Not just interpretation, revelation. Failure meant death. Every wise man in Babylon was finished, including Daniel. The night before execution, no panic. Daniel did something simple, but deadly serious. He prayed, and not alone. He called his friends. Seek mercy from the God of heaven. That night, the mystery broke open. The dream revealed, not by intelligence, but by divine insight. Standing before power, Daniel stood before the king. No arrogance, no fear. No wise man can explain this, but there is a God in heaven who reveals mysteries. And then he exposed everything. A statue, gold, silver, bronze, iron, kingdoms rising, kingdoms falling. And a final truth, all human power will be crushed by something eternal. Nebuchadnezzar, king of kings, stood speechless. The fire test. Power hates being reminded it's temporary. So the king built his own image, entirely of gold. No weak parts, no end, just him, eternal. And he commanded, bow or burn. Music played, crowds dropped, fear spread. But in the middle of mass obedience, 3 men stood still. Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. No negotiation. The line that echoes through history. Our God is able to deliver us. But even if he does not, we will not bow. This is where most people fail. They obey only if outcomes are guaranteed. These men didn't. The furnace, 7 times hotter. Soldiers died just getting close. They were thrown in bound. Fire closed in. Death was certain. But then, the impossible,
Didn't we throw
N.
3?
The king looked again, confused, disturbed. Didn't we throw 3 men into the fire? Now there were 4, walking, unbound, untouched. The 4th looks like a son of the gods. Fire burned their chains, but not their bodies. They walked out. No burns, no smoke, no smell, only proof. Faith survived where fire failed. Years later, a new empire, same test. Kings changed, empires shifted, but Daniel, still standing, still different, still incorruptible. And that made him dangerous. The setup. Enemies couldn't find fault in him, so they attacked the only place they could, his faith. A law was passed. For 30 days, pray only to the king. This wasn't random. This was targeted. The moment of truth. Daniel knew. He understood the consequences. And still, he knelt down 3 times a day and prayed. No adjustment. No fear-based compromise. Consistency under pressure. That's where real strength shows. The lion's den. No spectacle now. No crowd. Just darkness. Teeth. Hunger. Silence. A stone sealed the entrance. Power stepped back. And for once, even the king couldn't control the outcome. A sleepless night. The king fasted. No music. No rest. Because deep down he knew there are limits to human power. The morning that changed everything. At dawn, he ran. Not walked. Ran. Daniel, has your God delivered you? Silence. Then a voice. My God sent his angel and shut the lions' mouths. Alive. Not lucky. Not barely surviving. Untouched. What people get wrong. They think Daniel survived because of miracles. Wrong. Daniel survived because of discipline before the miracle ever came. He didn't build faith in crisis. He revealed faith in crisis. Babylon had everything. Power, gold, control, fear. But it failed at one thing. It could not make Daniel bow. And that's the line that separates average from unbreakable. When pressure rises, most people adjust, but a rare few stand.